we're bringing it to you live on 2K Sports. A time-honored tradition, the NBA on 2K Sports, Sunday Night Hoops action. Delighted to have all of you with us here tonight. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. The Knicks happy to return to New York after the road trip. Well, they're certainly excited about this one, and they'll be laying it all on the line as the intensity is palpable. Two top-caliber teams facing off on the hardwood to do battle.
And guys, you want to talk about dominance. All they have to do is win today, and they will make it 4 straight against this team. A sweep on the season.
Well, you can't count those chickens before they hatch now. It hasn't been done yet. Beating a team 4 straight times in the NBA during the regular season is a hard thing to do.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. We've got Parker, John Henson out there with Monroe. Then there's Gordon, and it's Carter Williams in at the 1 spot.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
For the New York Knicks, they come in off the loss to the Spurs in San Antonio.
And you know what? A shame that either team had to lose that game, because you had to be proud of the way they battled in it.
Yeah, I suppose that's right, but it still was heartbreaking. I mean, you hate to lose in OT. No matter how hard you played, you want to come out on top if you're going to play those extra minutes.
On defense, the Bucks, they come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Yeah, they lost the momentum, and it's a bit surprising that that one got away from them, because for long stretches, they were the better team.
Well, if you only looked at the stat sheet, you'd have a hard time figuring out how they lost it. I mean, it was a case of a few small things, some of the intangibles that didn't go their way in the end.
Carmelo Anthony, the 3rd pick overall in the 2003 NBA draft, was in some pretty good company at the top of that one, as I recall.
I mean, you had LeBron going 1, and of course, Darko Milicic was number 2 on that list. But how about D-Wade at 4? A little bit of a surprise, Chris Bosh. You know, all those guys, with the exception of Melo, have rings.
And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was 1 step late that time, Greg.
Anthony against Parker. Middleton right side. Lets it fly. Milwaukee with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one. Oh, terrific work finishing a soft move like that. The finger roll.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Anthony up on top. Can't hit. Gordon with the defensive effort.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Stolen by Middleton. Throws it up high. Offensive rebound. And that one's good.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
Now here's Carter Williams. He's coming off a 16-point game against Dallas.
And also give him credit for his ability to pass the basketball. He was always looking for the open man.
And the basket by Gordon.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
It's Anthony with the drive. That's good. Anthony's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Parker inside, covered by Anthony. And that one's good. Parker.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Anthony with the bucket.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Carter Williams kicks to Monroe. It's hauled in by Porzingis. The Knicks with the lead. We'll go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Jason Kidd. Doris, what's the news there?
He said that they will be focusing a lot of their defensive effort into slowing down Carmelo Anthony. I asked him for specifics, and he said, Melo is such a dynamic player, there really isn't any single thing we'll do that will be the answer. Instead, we're just going to throw everything we have at him and see how he handles it. Guys?
All right, Doris. Answer the ball out of bounds. Henson touched it last.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
The Knicks making a switch here. Splitters checked in, and Milwaukee also making a switch. Mayo's checked in. A nice pick right there to get him right to the rack.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Bucks trail by 3. 1:39 left to play in the first. Screen by Monroe. Mayo kicks to Monroe. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. One thing about Greg Monroe, he is a highly skilled big.
He really is. I love the fact that he can do so much. He can post you up. He can pop out and knock down the 15-footer. He's an outstanding passer. And at his size, those are skills that have served him and his teams well.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Mitch McGary's checked in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Green in for Chris Middleton. The Bucks have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first quarter. The 3 ball. The Knicks pull it in.
And getting back to Greg Monroe, guys, he made some subtle strides last season. Best rebounding average of his career, up to 75% on his free throws. And how about this little nugget? Not one three-point attempt last season. That tells you he's starting to mature.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws of the night.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
Now here's Vasquez. Plumlee with the screen. Vasquez passes to Mayo. Just 5 on the clock. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And you know, with some people, they'll always find something wrong with Monroe's game. He'll never make the all-defensive team. He kind of looks like he's playing at half speed, but he produces, and he does it within the team confines.
Here's Green. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. That is good.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Now here's Vasquez. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Mayo into the lane. That falls. Great assist by Vasquez.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Outside, Green. Here's Bayless. And the release was before the buzzer. And we heard from John Henson before the game, a player on the rise. He feels he still has a lot to prove.
Defensively, offensively.
Well, it sounds like he still feels like he has something to prove, Greg, but it seems to me he's already known for being that kind of guy.
That's a great point. Anybody who plays against him knows he looks plenty strong when you're banging with him. But if he needs to push and motivate himself by playing with a chip on his shoulder, well, a lot of guys have gone a long, long way in this league using that method.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. Mayo out there with Jabari Parker. Then it's Plumlee. Then it's Vasquez. And it's Vaughn in at the 2 spot. Now here is Hardaway. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. He feeds it to Green. Back to Hardaway. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Vasquez kicks to Mayo. That falls. Great assist by Vasquez. Vasquez has got 3 assists in the game. Vasquez, guys, remarkable consistency over the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, his three-point percentage went up a little bit, Kevin, but that's about it. I mean, it's possible. We just need to accept that this is who he is. I mean, he's a good playmaker. He plays with great enthusiasm and energy. And we need to leave it there. Don't expect much more than that.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Mayo drives in. Misses from short range.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Hangs. Got a hand on it. Passes to Vaughn. Dishes it to Parker. Now the feed to Vasquez. No good. That would have tied it. New York leading by 3. And the wide open shot from Green. Cans the shot from the wing.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. And the one thing Tiago Splitter gives you every year, Clark, is consistency. The numbers, the effort, the results, all very familiar every year.
Yeah, his game is really built on the intangibles. He hustles, he knows where he's supposed to be, he gets to the right spot at the right time, crashes the boards, takes charges. He does all the little stuff.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. JaVale McGee's checked in for Splitter. Porzingis comes in for Mitch McGary, and Middleton subbed in for Daniel Green. Middleton for 3. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And for Tiago Splitter, he's been a relatively unsung player in his career, never getting his number called on offense, receiving little recognition from the media, but providing tough defense in the post. He shot over 55%, crashes the boards in the 20 minutes or so a game that he gets. So that's been good enough to really establish a productive career.
Now here's Middleton. He's coming off a 10-point game against San Antonio.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting reports? Oh, we've got a moment here. Let's look at the last month and the Knicks and how they ranked in the NBA. First in free throw percentage, first in fewest turnovers a game, and they're #1 in opponent scoring. They don't allow teams to get into a rhythm offensively, and thus they're able to hold those points down.
And you look at their ranking, tops in free throw percentage. I think it speaks to their focus and discipline as a team. They look to capitalize on every mistake.
You know, getting back to Splitter, yes, you need superstars to win in this league, but you also need guys like him, guys who put the team first, will bust the gut to carry out their responsibilities on the floor, off the court, and in the locker room. You need all of that to be a championship team.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Middleton for 3. And again, New York with the triple.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Henson with the screen. Carter Williams kicks to Monroe. That one rolling around and rims out. New York leading by 10. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Here's Porzingis, and there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Porzingis has got 6. The Bucks have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Carter Williams dishes to Monroe. It's rebounded by New York. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Middleton with it. Now Mayo defending. They get the rebound. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis. Porzingis has got 4 points in the quarter.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Carter Williams kicks to Monroe. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Now let's check out and highlight the best defenses in the NBA. #1, the Knicks. 5th best, the Bucks.
And we're getting to watch 2 of the NBA's great defensive teams. I mean, very difficult to score as they both contest every shot.
And he gets it to go. Bayless has got 5.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Here's Monroe. The Knicks making the shot. 5 on the clock. That doesn't go either from Monroe.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort.